Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, lovers of truth. Good evening, everyone. Please, thank you once again for joining me. But please, do me one favor. Share the program. Invite someone. Please, if you are here, help me to share it on Telegram, my Telegram, please. Please help me to share it on my Telegram. I beg you in the name of God. Help me to share it. As soon as the number increases, we will start. But me, I will do some introduction before I will start the cocoa. I mean, could have help me call Olubori and all his all her, should I call her members of her shrine or people who are all her muguns? All her muguns, let me put it that way, because I'm so sorry. Ẹni àwí fún ọba jẹ́ ó gbọ́ lọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹni á sọ̀rọ̀ fún ọba jẹ́ ó gbà. Ó tùrú gbẹ̀kẹ́ Olúborí. Olubori, Madam Olubori. Honestly, I don't leave you. I don't want to do this thing before, but I'm on. Once in a while, when there is issues like this, we need to bring it to the public so that those of you who listen to it 3 years ago or 3 years plus, you will understand perfectly where we are coming from. I know some Ali Abubakar, God bless you. Thank you for the star. Thank you always. I don't know how to say thank you, but God Almighty will replenish your pulse. I'm grateful. Thank you. Yes, as soon as we hit 100, we will start. Please help me to share it. Mommy love you, Prophetess, Olubori, and Sisi Demola. We are going to talk about Prophetess Olubori and Sisi Demola tonight. You know, it's been a while. Angeli mi tó gbórí ilẹ̀. Angeli tó pakuru mọ́ tó jó dáadáa. Sister Fumilayo. Good evening, ma. Let me greet lovely people, Joe. Sister Fumi, good evening. Thank you for sharing. God bless you, ma. But do you remember our Angeli tó gbórí ilẹ̀? Thank you for the star. God bless you, Sister Fumi. Ẹ ṣé gan. Ọwọ́ ilé-iṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná, ọwọ́ yá máa ròkè o. Thank you, everyone. Please help me to share this program. You see, the beauty of the whole thing is for people to know the truth. It's for people to understand who is their pastor. It's for people to understand that some of these things that they read at times is nothing but the truth. So if you are here, you are wondering what is this woman talking about? Oh, it's too bad. Oh, Mori pẹ̀lú wàhálà àgbúrò ẹ̀ látijọ́ yìí o, a nísinmi o. Maybe you are right, but listen to me first. So if you are just joining me, I will appreciate it if you can help me to share it, because somebody somewhere needs to hear. Maybe if they've come across it and they will react like that, they will run away. You see, one thing I know for sure, God cannot be mocked. Forget about whatever all this pastor has been doing. God is exposing them big time. You see, honestly, since all these days, I just kept quiet. And for those of you who do not know who is on the line, my name is Maureen by the Unstoppable Maureen. Tonight is not a fresh case. This is a case that we've dealt with, done and dusted since 3 years ago. 3 years plus, to be precise. We are talking about Prophetess Oniro Oshibori one, because ko bori nkankan. And instead of her to repent, you know the most annoying part of the whole thing? I understand people in Nigeria, you can say because of some things, but what about those people who are here in the United Kingdom and they still fall victim of this scam? So let me start. Good as where I said when we are 101 now. So let us start. Good evening. Thank you for joining me and thank you for sharing. Yes, I made a post this afternoon and I said I'm going to talk about Olubori and Olubori's pastor. The man I want to talk about is named Femi Adekoya. I've been talking about him to the extent that they had to report to the police in this country. And now I'm so happy. You know why I'm so excited? That finally, Femi got off Olubori's hook. God is good. I'm so happy. I am not here to mock him. I am not here to make jest of him. I've been praying for him silently that God liberate this man. And before I say anything, I want to apologize to him. I was having an impression that Abi they do it with Olubori, but I'm not too sure. But with what I now got and everything, I found out that the guy is actually innocent. It was just brainwash. So I'm going to be fast. So let's go to the main quote of today. For those of you who don't know who Olubori is, Olubori is celebrity. Should I call her celebrity prophetess on the Instagram? And she is fond of doing attaché with the kings. She wine and dine with the king. She roll with the king. With the kings in Nigeria. Olubori knows how to do her business very well. Although she's very smart. In this Akamaje business, I can say because the mumu that follows her, I they blame them. So I want to show you this for those of you who do not understand my post. So I will go straight to the point. So that if I show you this video now, you will understand my points. Let me show you. This is the man I am talking about. Sometimes 3 years ago, I posted this video online. And I want you to watch the little video. Unfortunately, I am not where I have my system where I'll be able to do it one by one, but I will try my best. But I know you will understand by the time I put you through how it all started. How did I got to know about Olubori? I got to know about Olubori online. I was dealing with Genesis Global's case that year. And a lot of people were like, there's another big Sakamaje is in Instagram, or this one is coming them big girl, you go and check her out. I said, no, I just went. Nobody brought Olubori's case to me. Honestly, it was why we are on live like this. People were just typing Olubori, go and check Olubori out. Go and check Olubori out. And I went on Instagram on that fateful day. The first video I clicked on, hey, that was where she was telling people that before she can pray for you, you have to pay her. She's a consultant. Before you go and see lawyer, doctor, you have to pay them. That thing, I was like, I said, this is a red flag, though. I thought they said gospel is free. Jesus said, freely given and freely taken. So I was like, when I now entered that, I just carry one video and I analyze it. And before I could say Jack Robinson, the whole of my inbox is full with Olubori's story. Hey, real victim now, that came out. And it was during COVID. Before you know what is going on, my people, it was, So I will just go like this. I will see another video. I will say, So Olubori was virtually scamming all of them. And you know the worst part of the whole thing, they were so scared of her that she will kill. She will do this. And I felt that she's a woman like me now. Why are you so scared of her? They said, no, Oh, she killed this one died so time. Another one died the next day. If you talk about Olubori, any blogger that talk about Olubori, something mysterious will happen to her. Him or her, and I told them, I said, me, I will talk about her and I will do her case and nothing will happen. So eventually, I went deeper. And when we got into the whole thing, it was so messy. I've never seen a pastor or prophetess like Mary Dasola Olubori in my life. She was too raw, and you know the worst part of it? She did all this atrocity right in the heart of London, United Kingdom. And there's so many things that happened. She went to court and she ran away. She ran away to Nigeria for more than a year. That was when she went back to Nigeria to go and start scamming them there. Before you know it, she allowed Charity Commission. She went, let me just tell everybody, she went and changed her name from Charity Commission to this Pastor Femi Adekoya. She transferred everything to Adekoya's name because Charity Commission was seriously after her. And I know what I'm saying. And I have evidence of what I'm talking about. So I think people advise her. She went away. She never came back for a while. And after a year plus or two, she came back. But for those of you, I want you to see this man. You see this man. You see, you see, this is Olubori and her husband. This is Olubori and her husband. You will see there's a man, you see one huge tall man. You see the other man.
When we are begging our brothers and sisters.
You see the agbada on the floor. That agbada belonged to Femi Adekoya. Did you hear? Because she's Angeli. According to them, they call her Angeli. Ẹ wo àgbàlagbà ọkùnrin bó ṣe bọ́ balele. Tí Prophetess ló débẹ̀ o. Tí Olúborí bá fẹ́ kò lè rí lásán. Agbada Fẹ́mi yẹn lélẹ̀. Ọkọ tí ẹ ò bọ́ agbada ẹ o. This is Femi's agbada. He has to remove it because Olubori láti kọ́kọ́ rìn kọjá. I just want people to understand that where I am going to. Femi happens to be, honestly, I'm so happy. So I am so happy for the deliverance of Pastor Femi Adekoya because I did several shows for this man. I call his name out. I continue to shout. I showed where I caught Ijebu people. Hey, boy, they want to finish the brother. There are so many things that I did. Even Femi himself had to report me to the police. Police called me. And I told them. They didn't follow it up. And I didn't stop. I didn't stop. So Femi can get deliverance. So gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní strike yìí, Ọlọ́run ṣì máa yọ gbogbo wọn. I'm so happy that Femi of all members of Rosak. I want to show you another one, where Femi was talking like ẹni tó ti gba Friday lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó, ẹni tó gba Saturday lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó gbé Thursday lé lọ́wọ́. Another person don't. Oh, sister for me. Oh, you remember? Oh, I want to look for. I reshared that video today when I want to play that video. I want people to listen to Femi. And I will give you a little brief, a little history. Sister Toby, Oluwaseun, I'm happy for Adekoya's family. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I'm not here to mess them. I'm happy for Femi liberation. Because if you know what that man has spent in that ministry, if you know what that man has wasted in that ministry, you will go to somewhere and thank God for him. And I will tell you the history of Femi, how Femi got into rucksack. You see, in this life, we need to be careful. Olubori, I don't know your problem. I don't know why you you don't want to stop. You don't want to repent. You are not different from other pastors because it is your ways of life. It is their business. So they are not ready to stop because it will affect their means of livelihood. Femi Adekoya. I'm so happy for you. I know eventually you will see this video. I know you will see it, and I'm happy for you. I am not here to mess you. You and Tony, I am happy for you. Because eventually, truth is out, and the lead is off, and God liberated. It's God that is doing this. I don't think it's man. I don't think it is time for God to deliver you. That is why you can decide to take this bold step. And honestly, I'm so happy. So, my people, while I'm looking for that little video, I shared it on JL TV this morning. Let's talk about Femi Adekoya. Femi Adekoya, they are 3 graduates, 3 friends. One IT guy. Femi is an IT guy and very good according to what I heard. The second of his friend is a lawyer, and the third one is an engineer. The 3 of them, they moved from, for those of you who are familiar with Vine Church, when the Pastor Tayo died in London a few years ago, you remember one pastor that died. So instead, they come from a posh and a bit Bible believing church. So they moved from, 3 of them moved from that place. 3 of them moved from Vine Church. For those of you who are familiar with London, with this church, we understand the story I'm about to share. Sister, are you sure he's delivered or he wants to go and start his own scammy church? I don't think so. I don't think so. Sister Julie, I don't think so. 3 of them, they moved from that church. I can't remember the name of Pastor Tayo Church. I think it has something to do with Vine Church in London, but their pastor died. And this guy, a lawyer, an IT, with an engineer. I don't want to mention their names. I know their names. I did a lot about them. They moved to Olubori's church. On getting to Olubori's church, they realized that Olubori church is a local ones. So they decided to use their resources to help Olubori, to restructure, to fine-tune, to do so many things. So eventually, 3 of them, they were paying for so many things in that church. And when Olubori started this as scamming, whatever, you know why? You see, prophecy is what is the root of all this nonsense. It's not as if Olubori is doing any Bible whatever. Olubori is just doing, I want to wed you. He's just doing prophecy, liar. So eventually, so many things happen. The lawyer wanted to deal with Olubori. That one left. Because when that one saw all the nonsense Olubori was doing, he left. I think the lawyer was the first person. The lawyer left, and later the engineer. this thing, you know, this Olubori lies and everything happens to, this will have anything to do with their wives and everything. So eventually those guys left. Remain only Adekoya, Femi Adekoya. There is nothing they did not tell Femi. Femi refused to leave. Femi claimed this. Femi was the only one, according to what I heard. As of when they left, because 3 of them were the financier of the church, so 2 of them left. Femi decided to carry the whole thing. And you know the way Olubori operates. God will tell you to buy water for them. God will tell you to pay their rent. God will tell you have to take care. If you worship in Olubori's church, you have to take care of your father, your mother, and your sibling. Who are your father, your mother, and your sibling? Olubori and Papa Olubori with their children, they are your first family. You will first of all take care of them first before you take care of your own biological parents. So if you don't understand, those of them that passed through that wilderness, they understand perfectly what I'm talking about. This man was working in home office, this Femi, and the wife happened to have a good job at the same time, a social worker. Prophecy this, prophecy that. You see where he was spreading his agbada on the ground? It was prophecy, oh. Not be saying na anything, oh. If you want to know more about Olubori, if you go on my page very well, at the beginning of my page, you will see so many videos. Unfortunately, my YouTube is no more. If you want to know story of Olubori, we did it and it was loud. So something now happened. You remember when I called out this guy when he recently, was it on last year? How many of you remember when I called out this Adekoya? Was it not last year when he said Olubori need... How many of you watched this video? When this guy was begging, the same this is the Adekoya. Adekoya was begging for petrol, diesel money online.
May the God of 21 days bless us.
God of 21 days.
You can see the kind of heat we're going through. Apparently this week.
This man left London to go and stay in Nigeria for months. Now prophecy.
I'm in front of the engine where our mother is.
Our mother.
In the second generator of the engine.
And our mother.
And because of that, but because of the message had already been, our mother in the Lord is in a boiling hot room. No AC, no fan. The plan was that the small generator will cater to her needs while she's in the angel room. So please,
angel room. Their mother in the angel room.
Please, we're trying to fix this small generator just to cater to her. Whatever you want to do to help us to please solve this problem. It will cost about 100,000 to fix the generator.
They were begging for 100,000. Somebody that will go in front of Wasiu and spend 1 million, throw it like this.
90,000 for the engine, and then labor is 10,000. About 100K, which is not something that I think is more than our mother is more than that.
When she's more than that, why don't you take the money from her pocket?
The big generator works all night long and needs at least 4 to 6 hours to rest before we turn it on tonight. We dare use it for 24 hours. After the second or third day, it will eventually just give way and die.
So for those of you who do not know who we are talking about, this is his name.
2,000 naira.
This is Femi Michael Adekoya. They say he's a pastor. Pastor of Rosac, London.
Our mother should not be stuck in that heat.
A mother.
Whatsoever. So please, we need to turn on that fan, turn on the AC in that room. ASAP. So please, how we're going to get the money across to us, I don't know. But if you are interested, please. Hold on. We're trying to figure out how you're going to get the money across to us. Hold on. One by one. So let's first of all do the AC. They're telling me that one by one. So
let me leave Femi. Let's go to the cocoa of today. Do you guys remember the story of Okiki Jesu, the last born of Olubori? How many of you remember the story online? I tried to run away from that particular story. I discussed about that story, but I refused to show that baby's face. You remember Eye Opener decided to blow it, throw away the bikini face. Do you remember? I know some of you will definitely remember. Do you remember that Baba Dami? Because before I want to know that if some people remember before I go for that. How many of you remember Baba Dami's story? How many of you remember Baba Dami's story? Baba Dami, Oloyede. How many people remember Baba Dami? Omolara, thank you. God bless you. Yes. I don't remember. Yes, I remember. Fine. You remember the stories around the paternity of that girl. That girl name is Okiki Jesu. But you remember, I don't want to go to, the alleged father of Okiki Jesu. Gas. I like you, that person. We talk that, it be like say your head there. So I want to, yes. You remember when we were talking about this case? Adekoya and the rest and his wife and all of them, they were like, they are trying to tarnish the image of our mommy, the Lord, and all this and all that. You remember the story of how I brought somebody from Scotland. You remember the story of Bosse. Bosse that Bosse left Rosak. Honestly, God has delivered so many people in Rosak. I give God all the glory. God has delivered a lot. Bosse left too. You remember the story of Bosse? The person Bosse supposed to marry that was doing houseboy in Olubori's home. They explain how they knock him. Me, I don't want to talk. I have it. Voice note today. I play it online. Everything. The guy explained everything and the whole internet scattered at that time. I know some people here still understand. If you don't remember, I can decide to bring it to refresh our memory. So, but that's not where we are going to. I just want people to know that all these things, don't be lie. On April 22nd this year, let's talk about the liberation. Bosse left Rosa. Yes! Sister Tommy, Bosse left Rosa already. She got delivered. You remember? Bosse called the Olubori called Bosse Mama Aje. You remember Bosse mother came online to beg Nigerians for Olubori to release her daughter? I don't know. You know that mama of 80-something and Olubori did not allow her to see her daughter? And you know how one died in the Olubori's church? And at least 2 or 3 people, they died. They claim that she claimed that she has power and all those things. That one don't feel cancer. Bosse got delivered. Bosse left Rosak as we speak. So let's talk about Pastor Femi Michael Adekoya. God deal. You see this God that we serve. When it's time for him to expose everything, now very, very easy. So on April 22nd, 2023. April 2nd, 2023. You know, Femi is now a pastor, for those of you that don't know. But initially, when he started 13 years ago, he wasn't a pastor. So, for him, they don't want him to go. He's the financier of the church, and they supply them money. Sister Shola said, I remember well. Good. Femi, they supply them money, so they need to tie that. You see, when they don't want you to go, they must give you title. They must give you post. So, they made Femi a pastor. I remember, you see Femi, maybe it's assistant pastor before Olubori and got that problem with this platform. So Olubori ran away to Nigeria, and he needed somebody to cover up for him with Charity Commission and everything, because the whole thing was, the heat was too much, and Charity Commission was investigating. So she quickly changed everything, even name on Charity Commission and everything. They changed it to Femi Adekoya. I remember when I was doing some things, I saw that when she changed her name, I started laughing. I said, "Oh, Kale." So they changed it to Femi's name. So Femi, she removed herself from the church. So Femi was the one in charge. So Femi happens to be, according to Olubori and Sisi Debola, Femi is the resident pastor London. So yes, I will read this for everybody to hear. And this thing is not new. Olubori herself, Baba Olubori, àbí no pe bobo yen gogo, Sisi Demola. April 22nd, 2023. This letter is from Femi Adekoya. I will read and I will buttress it with more and more pepper and salt. Dear Mommy and Daddy Olubori, I joined Rock of Salvation Apostolic Church, London in February 2009 as a volunteer worker. And I was subsequently assigned the role of Director of Programs, ordained as an evangelist, and later ordained as a pastor, and assigned the role of a resident pastor of Rosak. Make una dey hear, oh. Make una dey hear. For those of you that know the time when that pastor died, it's True Vine. I remember now the name of that church where they all came from. Femi and the other two of his friends, the lawyer and the engineer. It's True Vine Church. I know some people here will definitely know Pastor Tayo, the late Pastor Tayo in London then. They came from that church, 3 of them. My position as a resident pastor of Rosak, London, has become conflicted due to the following reason. Una dey hear me? Una dey enjoy me? Una dey hear me? Tẹ́ bá dáhùn mi ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ o. Una dey hear me? Una dey hear me? Ẹ dá mi lóhùn, make you no be say na only me dey do. I dey hear myself. Una dey hear me? Sister Dayo, Ọlọ́run dáre, una dey hear me? If una dey hear me now, make una show some love now. If una dey hear me, show some love. Ẹ bá mi tẹ love, ẹ dá love bole. The bomb where I want throw away, we don't talk am before. Ẹ dá love bole, ẹ jẹ́ kí máa sọ. Téèyàn bá lá lówó, aṣáájò náà. If you don't give me star, give me love now freely. Make I drink water. Okay now. The reason why this pastor, now the thing tẹ̀síwájú, we dey hear you. Thank you, Sister Toby. I miss you, my sister. Morayo Adekoya. For those of you that don't know who Morayo Adekoya is Femi's wife. Morayo Adekoya is Femi's wife. Was called by Sister Wunmi Oloyede. Do you want to know who is Wunmi Oloyede? Wunmi Oloyede is Mama Adami. Una remember? Una remember Baba Adami? Baba Okiki Jesu. She una remember Baba Adami? But Brother Oloyede. So let us talk about Sister. I want you to understand it very well. Morayo Adekoya, that is Femi's wife, was called by Sister Wunmi Oloyede and Sister Tokumbo. Anybody that don't know Sister Tokumbo was on my show. The same thing Sister Tokumbo said now. He said it on my show. Sister Tokumbo came on my show and shared her personal experience with Olubori when they went to this Dubai trip. So, this thing that we are listening to, I get them where they all resonate pẹ̀lú mi bàjẹ́. You see all this name here? I am familiar with all of them. I am familiar with all of them. I am familiar with all of them. But I want all of you to help me to share this message. I want people to know, to learn. You see, when you follow these people, don't follow them blindly. Most of them know they serve God. I know they talk and say, nobody believe me. Una they say, hey, Maureen, they craze. Maureen is after my pastor. So, Moraya Adekoya happens to be Femi's wife. Wumi's Oloyede is Baba Dami's wife. Sister Tokumbo is the lady that Olubori scam thousands of pounds. So, if you don't know this one, you must hear him. Brother of Akim's wife. Sister Tokumbo gave this tale of a sexual affair. Una hear her? Naki. Sister Tokumbo sọ pé bí Olúborí àti Baba Dami ti ń náwó. Una dey hear am? This is where they talk. Una dey hear am? Church people. Shey una dey hear me? Abi make I stop? Abi make I stop? Olúborí olóṣì. Make I stop? Ah, Ọlọ́run. Àwọn eléyìí náà pastor. So àwọn kúnlẹ̀ sábẹ́ oníyẹ̀yẹ́ yìí. Oh, somebody don't get the thing. Oh, she's the one. Shola. This Shola sabi wetin gide. Shola, I be like say, you be insider. You be insider. This is somebody that gave Olubori 40 pairs of shoes. Olubori di yawere. Sister Tokumbo now explain how Mr. Tunde Oloyede is Baba Dami o. And Mommy Olubori, which she witnessed a few times on vacation in Dubai with Mommy Olubori. Ìyá Joko, báwo ni o? Ìyá Joko and Mr. Oloyede. She confronted Baba Dami in Dubai to explain what she saw and witnessed. This led to her family departure from Rosak, London. The next phone call from Sister Wunmi Oloyede confirmed that the sexual relationship result to the birth of Okiki Jesu. Ó ní orun tó sùn ní Dubai tó fi pákúrú mọ́ tó jó dáadáa tó gbé wọlé tó ó ní kàn máa látọ̀. Wọ́n ní stop. Adekoya sọ pé Sister Tokumbo sọ pé gbogbo orun tó ń sùn tó ń fáyà tó ń náwó dẹ̀ òun náà fi bí Òkìkí Jésù. And you all remember when we did a show, when we exposed Baba Dami, that is the father. If you see that girl, it's just because she's a minor. I don't bring minor on my page. But I hope now decided to post it. She tried to match the picture together. Baba Dami's picture and Okiki Jesu's picture. Hey, come and see resemblance. Come and see resemblance. So you see what you are listening to now. It's not news to some of us. We understand what's actually going on. And we've said it 3 years ago. But I don't know why Femi suddenly wake up, but I thank God I'm happy. Shola, God bless you. She's a replica of Baba Dami. Yes. And I was like, hey! And you know, as of that time too, yeah, Dami o ti gba believing. It's a which has been a personal difficult issue for me to assimilate. Femi, so sure pé after 13 solid years, and with all this thing going on, it's difficult for you to assimilate that Okiki Jesu is a biological daughter of Oloyede, Tunde Oloyede. I don't get it. Femi decided to put this thing inside church forum. Igboro wa daru gbegem. Sisi Demola wa sọ pé, "Oya, ẹni bá fẹ́ lọ kó máa lọ. Anybody that wants to go, ya leave. We don't care. Anybody that wants to leave, oya leave." Hey. Let me continue. Ẹ jẹ́ n continue. You know why I have to bring this? It's for people to understand that all these people, when I told you guys that this lady is not actually a prophetess. Look at the number of stupid women that leaned down for her. Recently, they were singing that she's an angel. Angel tó ń knock káàkiri. Angel tí ṣe pé ẹyọkan ló ń knock tó ń gbàsọ tó ń jápọ̀ sí anywhere. Èmi ò ríro angel tó ń ṣèrànù bíi Olubori rí. He continued. He said, myself, my family and I have faithfully and sincerely, they have faithfully served Olubori for more than 13 years. That one is a fact. They serve with their money. They serve with their time. They serve with everything they have. Even when the whole world is telling them that, oh, una don't do mistake, oh, ojú wọn sì dúdú. Áńgẹ́lì mi mo kí ọ, áńgẹ́lì mi mo kí ọ. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ áńgẹ́lì mi mo kí ọ. They sing Ọlọ́run. And they will all travel to her villa. And Olubori will continue to sell her saliva to all of them. Use prophecy to twist them. Can you resonate with one? They said there's one particular day. There is this prophecy from Olubori. He said, if you are here, if you've not had sexual intercourse with your wife in the last 2 weeks, come out. They said the first person that went out is Baba Dami. Initially, all of them, they did not understand that Olubori is trying, because he gave that guy, that woman suffered in that marriage, the sister Wunmi Oloyede. Ìyàwó ọkọ àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé Olubori ó fi style fi prophecy ó wọnú ẹ̀mí, ó fi gbé Baba Dami jáde. Baba Dami bọ́ síta ó ní òun ò súnmọ́ ìyàwó òun látọ̀sẹ̀ méjì o. Olubori dẹ̀ ó kàn fẹ́ ṣe prophecy kọ́ o. So make we dey go. Under the banner of Rosak worldwide, and we hope and appreciate if we could maintain a cordial relationship in the future. As a family, we harbor no ill feelings towards Rock of Salvation, Rosak, or Olubori family, but pure love. I've had my clothes torn on the street of London. Tony, on the street of London, defending Mommy Olubori regarding Baba Dami's and Mommy Olubori allegation. Yes. I said it. I came out. I said it. Eye opener. did several shows. Adekoya, Femi, what did you say? You even call police for me. Did I come out to say anything? I just ignore you. I still went ahead and did whatever I was doing because I felt you are under the influence of whatever. And thank God, my wife and I have been bastardized in defending the Olubori family and Rosa. Yes. We are considered outcasts among families and friends. But church under your guidance. And never possess any strange spirit. And we appreciate if my family is not accused of possessing such spirit. For those of you that don't know why Femi is talking like this, whenever you leave Olubori's church, automatically it's by the spirit got to possess here. So immediately you step out in Olubori's church, they will consider you as enemy. You are no more part of the family. They will begin to pray against you. They will come online. They will be praying against you. So, Femi ti bá wọn ṣe gbogbo wọn tó ti bá wọn ṣe ló ń padà ń sọ kó má ṣe fún family òun. Ó fẹ́ bó ṣe fẹ́ escape eléyìí. Say they will not do it for you. Your own even worse because you write letter. But you have to do it because you have a lot. Anybody that leaves is automatically enemy. So if you don't understand why Femi is writing all these things, trying to dodge. Togun. Tadua. Tí gbogbo nǹkan l'Olubori máa kó tì wọ́n. Those who left, I thank God.